Brooke and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, please hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into my 24-week update. So I'm currently 24 weeks pregnant. I'm actually 24 weeks and 3 days. So I'm just gonna go over some symptoms and products that I've been using throughout my pregnancy and the most recent symptoms that I've had. So first off, I have been having a lot of sore feet. Like some days, I swear, when Jason gets home from work, like after cleaning and doing laundry and cooking all day, I can hardly walk. He's really good about giving me foot massages, so that helps. But yeah, at this point, my feet hurt pretty bad. And since this is pregnancy symptoms, it might get TMI really quickly. So any of my loved ones who are watching this, just either skip ahead or watch one of my other videos. But I have also already started leaking. I think I started leaking from my breasts around probably 18 weeks, if I'm gonna be honest. It's been a lot. I'm not sure if that's normal for most people. I talked to my doctor about it and she said that was completely fine, that just meant that I was going to be a good breastfeeder. So hopefully that's true. I don't know if that's what defines a good breastfeeder, but yeah, I'm like super early along, at least in what I would have thought. I would have thought that like the leaking and things like that would happen like way towards like the end, maybe a couple weeks before the baby gets here, not months. So it's not a lot, but they actually call it colostrum, I believe. And you can check that for me. I'm by no means an expert, but so yeah, and I am getting out of breath sitting here. It was actually hard for me to set up the camera today, and I ordered a couple of different things that will hopefully get here tomorrow because our filming setup is really wonky right now. Hopefully soon we'll get a real camera, but I'm running off of an iPhone right now. So, anyways, one of the products, I'm kind of intertwining symptoms and products. So once I told my doctor that I was already leaking, she told me to go ahead and get the disposable breast pads, or nursing pads is what it's called. I went ahead online and looked for the ones that were that were reusable, and I found a couple of different brands, and I might still get some off of Amazon because to me they looked like they were actually shaped for the breast. Like I think most of the disposable ones are like cup shaped, but I went to my local Babies R Us and found these. They're called Bamboozies. So these are actually the ones for heavy leaking, which I didn't know which kind I should get when I went and looked. So I went ahead and got these first off just to see, and then I'll have them for later when I am leaking more. But they're made out of this really soft material. And then there's a satiny side too. But you can wash these as much as you want. I've only used one set so far. I haven't even taken this set out of the box. I just don't want to have a whole bunch of them floating around. But I also picked up this Babies R Us brand just in case for like when this was a heavy leaking. I went ahead and got one that was not for heavy. So this is the brand, and it's well, it's Babies R Us brand. My only issue with them is that they're so flat, like there's no dimension to them. So when they're in your bra, like they don't conform to your breast. Like it's just a flat circle. Sometimes it'll get bunched up, and it's just, yeah, I think I might try a couple of other brands offline, but overall, I mean, these get the job done. This is definitely something that I'd say, just if you're going to be breastfeeding, go ahead and invest in it. It's been working well for me. Once I try other brands, I'll definitely like compare them, like, and let you guys know which ones that I thought was the best. Since this is my first update, I'm kind of just adding in every product that I used up to this point. But I had told you guys that my doctor wasn't very proactive about seeing me, so me and Jason went out, we did a little bit of research, found what we thought would be the best prenatal vitamin, and went out and got these. This is the Rainbow Light Prenatal 1 vitamin. It's vegan, gluten-free, and we compared it to everything else in the store at the time. We did research beforehand and figured that this was the one that we were gonna get, but when we got there, we also compared like how much of each thing and what different things they all offered, and this one seemed to be the best. So we went ahead and got this. And by the time that we went to go see the doctor, Jason was super like proactive about getting DHA for his baby boy. And I actually didn't know anything about DHA at that time. Like I said, this is my first baby, so I did not even know what that was. It's supposed to help with the development of the baby's brain, and he was like, you have to have it. But this is the one that Jason got me offline, and so that's the brand. They say that theirs don't have a fishy like smell or taste, which I haven't had any issues with smells or taste. And I also like never burped before this pregnancy. Like it just wasn't something that I did a lot, and I get a lot of like acid reflux and just needing to burp. So even with burping and stuff like that, I haven't had any tasting of fish oil type stuff. I already have some stretch marks, which I had stretch marks from growing up, which I'm actually very self-conscious about. So, you know, I think everyone at some point is very self-conscious about them. I just haven't gotten to the point where I'm comfortable with them yet. But having the baby does make me a little bit more accepting of it, because that's like from growing a whole nother human being. So anyways, I have stretch marks on my hips and right below my belly button. I'm going to show you guys like a belly shot just for me to like see the growth and everything. Jason got me this Burt's Bees belly butter, and I mean, I don't think there's anything that you can do to like prevent stretch marks. I think it's just gonna happen if it's going to happen. At least from all the things that I've read, and I've heard that like coconut oil is really good for it, a whole bunch of other things. So I do try to put on oils and lotions as much as possible, but I'm also not someone who like is used to putting lotion on all the time. So it's very sporadic and I don't do it every day like I should. So I have it and it does help my skin feel nicer. I've never had the sensation of like my skin's too tight. I've felt bloated at times, like a very strange, uncomfortable bloating that I've never felt before, but not like where my skin's too tight, which is really the reason why Jason got me this, was because he thought like it felt like my skin was ripping. And so yeah, I just want to let you know that's not my experience. Hopefully no one else has felt that way, but hasn't been my experience. So to go along with the sore feet that I was talking about earlier, I've been having some back pain and just overall like achiness some days. So Jason went out and got me this Dr. Teal's lavender Epsom salt bath, and it's honestly like the most amazing thing. I was not someone who would take baths before being pregnant. Like, taking a bath was actually very uncomfortable for me before being pregnant. Now I live by them. They're like the only thing that gets me through. So I did also get some Lush bath bombs. Like I am a huge supporter of make sure that you pamper yourself. Obviously I haven't had the baby yet, but with all the things I hear about, it's gonna be a long time before you're going to be able to pamper yourself. So right now, just do as much as you can. There's no reason not to. You're working very hard building a human, and yeah, you should be able to enjoy yourself. So those are all the products overall that I had. That was also most of the symptoms that I've had, but one major symptom that I've been having the past week or so is like vivid dreams. And not all of them are like nightmares, but they're so vivid and strange. Like, you still wake up thinking that they're real, even though it's like the concept is so ridiculous. Like last night I had a dream about like a T-Rex transforming into an old lady and trying to take my baby or something. It was very weird. I'm not even going to go into the detail, but I've heard that you have very vivid, weird dreams when you're pregnant, and that's one thing that I have for sure experienced because they're not related to anything. Like, they're completely random, but so vivid. So that is the majority of the symptoms that I've had and a couple of products that I've been using, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my bump. So that's from the front and from the side. From the other side. So these are the stretch marks that I have so far. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and once again, that was my 23-week update. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you guys, and if y'all have any recommendations, definitely let me know. So that is all for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.